This is Drop Tent Media Network.
Those are mine. Do you have any?
I don't have icebreakers, but I do have things I need to light a rest.
Let's do it. I have a couple too.
Okay. All right. Things I need to light a rest. Sorry, going through my notes again.
No, please.
Oh, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Did a TikTok on this, received some backlash because that's all TikTok is.
Mm-hmm.
However, neon signs in restaurants. Done. Over, never needed them.
The simplistic neon signs that you get on Etsy.
If there is a spot to take a photo in your restaurant, I know the food is not good. Because if I'm showing up to a restaurant that has good food, I'm going to be hungry, so I don't want to take a photo before. And I want to leave so full that I also don't want a photo. So if you have a photo wall in your restaurant with a neon sign, food's bad.
What if I told you, maybe you'd change your tune if I told you that the neon sign is behind a wall of fake greenery? In front of a wall of fake greenery.
Are you telling me there's an ivy wall?
Yeah,
that you got at Michael's?
An ivy wall, a neon sign that says, well, what do they even say?
One of my favorite places has a neon sign, but it's in the vestibule before you get in. Yes. It's too small to take a photo.
Yeah, okay.
I'm saying the places that specifically make a designated photo sign, whatever, you look cute, do your thing. But I don't want a restaurant to look cute. I want a restaurant to have good food.
Agreed.
I do not need you to light up a sign that says, I don't care.
So, yeah, what do they even say? There's one in Dock Street, Fishtown that says, it's all in your head, which is an insanely...
What?
That level of gaslighting.
Does that have something to do with beer? It's like a beer thing?
No.
Like the head of a beer?
I don't think so.
You said Dock Street?
Yeah, Dock Street Fishtown says it's all in your head.
Just eat it?
Just eat it. Gross. Oh, yeah, and they're always in some sort of charming little cursive.
The thing is, when they first started,
they were cute at first.
It's specific to branding, but a sit-down restaurant that has, that's the ivy wall.
Look at the ivy. Yeah. That's it.
The places that, it was all a dream. Oh, my God, it killed me.
That's the same level of gaslighting as the Dock Street one. It's all in your head.
The food isn't bad. So what I said is, like, I saw a TikTok that was doing well, and it was a woman saying, like, oh, when the food doesn't match the aesthetics, saying that the aesthetics were good, but there were neon signs everywhere. And what I said on TikTok was, neon signs are flashing lights saying the food here is bad.
That's what they're made for, yeah.
Food is bad. Food bad. We have a photo wall, so you want to come here and you want to take a photo to post to keep up the Joneses, but no one's talking about food.
Because you don't go there for, like, beer gardens have them and stuff. Where they're like, you were here to dress up, look cute, sit outside.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sit on a swing that has ivy
and it
tied around the
that's
swing.
Content that's marketing. But if a restaurant's food is good, you don't need fake flowers. You don't need a neon sign.
That's a good one. I agree.
Lay it to rest. Unplug them. Unplug them.
I'm done with it.
Just make good food and shut the fuck up. If the food is good, people, if you cook it, they will come.
Theoretically.
Yeah, but mediocre restaurants don't last in Philly.
No, they get, when something is trendy, I know it will not last.
Bye-bye.
You know what doesn't need a neon sign? Ralph's on 9th and Fitzwater, the oldest Italian restaurant in this country, by the way.
Which I didn't even find out they had merch till they gave some to Pat Bev. Pat Bev really wore merch. R.I.P. Pat Bev. He wore merch on his pod, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I would love Ralph's merch.
I want
fucking
meatballs.
love. I had my college graduation dinner at Ralph's. So did my brother. We are a Ralph's family.
Yeah.
So please give us merch. What restaurant? It's crazy the Dutch doesn't have merch for us to wear on our pod.
Pretty rude. Kevin Lee, you heard?
Kevin, it's your girl Kier. Let's go.
I'll ask later.
Okay.
All right, that's my later rest. Neon signs in restaurants.
Okay.
What I want out of a restaurant is good food, decent service, a decent temperature to eat food at.
I don't think it's too much to ask.
Those are my 3 things.
Okay. And a small menu, like we've talked about.
4 things is no children, but that's
Yeah, I would fucking kill to go to restaurants.
Well, I saw someone on TikTok this week say, just because you chose a child-free life doesn't mean you live in a child-free world.
Yeah. You're entitled to a child-free life, not a child-free world. Yeah. So I think people say a lot.
What?
It's, technically true, but also I'm not saying that if I go somewhere and there are kids that I'm furious, but I'm allowed to say I don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah. And I'm also entitled to personal space, regardless if you have a kid you can't handle or not.
Yeah. And I'm entitled to the fact that also, if you choose to have kids, you are not entitled to a child-free life anymore. You don't get to do the thing where you go out to dinners with all of your adult friends, everyone's drinking, and you're the one with a kid, and you just bring the kid and let it run around. You can bring the kid if it's well-behaved. I have friends who have a kid, and she is like the most well-behaved, and they're really good parents, and they have always like given her adult treatment. They don't just like put her in front of an iPad. She does really well with all of us, and therefore we all have fun with her. But then
I love that when they're like, they don't put her in front of an iPad, as if adults aren't just on their phones all day.
Right. No, you're right. Well, I don't think it's bad to put
an iPad, but the parents are like saying like scroll.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. No, I think it's a good thing when that kids have screen time. Yeah. I hated nannying when the whole no screen time thing came into effect. Big part of why I went into.
You could do no screen time if you took care of your kids the whole day.
That's what I mean. But when you're in public and the only thing that they have was the iPad, and then the kid gets bored of it and it starts running around, you got to have plan B. You got to like engage it.
They missed the boat on taking the plan B.
Time's up. Time is up.
Way too late for the plan B.
When I worked at when I was managing a Mexican restaurant, there was a group that came in on a Sunday night. We did like sangria Sunday, so it was like by the pitcher, and it was significantly
super authentic
discounted.
Mexican.
Yeah. And it was like people would come in and like just get many pitchers get fucked up on a Sunday. It was 4 couples. It seemed like a group date night thing, whatever. But one of them had a kid, and clearly they just couldn't get a sitter, and the kid had to come. And their kid was in a wheelchair, and they chose to sit at the bar at the high tops. So the kid could not even see or could not even be up on their level. And the adults were just chugging and drinking and completely ignoring the kid. And then it hit and it's a Sunday, it's a school night. It hit, 8:30, 9:00, and the kid is like tired. I would say she was probably 10 or 11 years old. And her mom was in the suburbs. So there was like a big parking lot. Her mom goes, "Why don't you go play? Go roll around in the parking lot." And I played with her, obviously not in the parking lot, but that can't be on me. I chose my child-free life. If you had a kid, bummer. You have a kid who's sick, even bigger bummer. I'm sorry. I know I ruined my mom's vibe all the time. I'm sure I did, but that's life.
Play in the parking
roll
lot.
Around in the parking lot. Just roll. Just.
And here's the thing. Try not to judge. I can't imagine what like the rest of their, 22 hours are like in a day.
But like sit at a fucking low top table. Why did you sit at the bar? It was so comically higher than the kid's wheelchair.
I got nothing because I cannot imagine.
We need a little buzzer for that. Yeah.
I could not imagine the day-to-day of having a disabled kid.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine having an abled kid. I can't. I was with my niece recently, and I was like, I'm done. 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
Love ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya, kid.
Yeah. When I hear kids screaming, like, this isn't even like a bit, it's just true. When I hear kids like screaming out in public, it reminds me to take my birth control. Like in the way that people have like an alarm set. Yeah. But for me, it's that.
Oof. Whatever path people want to take, I get it, but don't bring me on your path. That's it.
I love my path.
Yeah.
My path where I can do whatever I want. Because if I was like, hey, after your show tonight, do you want to go get fucked up? We both could.
I can do whatever I want. I'm drunk now.
Yeah. You know where all my money goes? Wherever I fucking want it to.
Well, someone recently was telling me a story, and we were talking about like giving money to like an unhoused person, like panhandling. And she was like, I know, like I probably shouldn't, like, because they could be putting their money towards like drugs and alcohol. And I was like, you're putting your money towards drugs and alcohol.
Yeah. Wait, was this me on the pod last week? We talked about this.
I talked about it with someone else. I talked about panhandling and turning the music down.
Oh, yes. But I said that I give homeless people money, and I said maybe that's going to upset viewers. And you were like, why would it? And I was like, because people think they're going to use them for drugs.
Oh, yes. I did cut you off and said it, but no, I was talking to someone else and they said the same thing. And I was like, who cares? I'm about to buy my own drugs and alcohol with the money. Sharing the wealth.
Also, if it were the middle of winter and you were sleeping outside, would you be sober? No.
I'm not sober.
Okay, that's what you're laying to rest.
I'm laying to rest neon signs in restaurants.
Sure.
Your turn.
I'm laying to rest. This is a real, very aggressively millennial thing. And I'm talking older millennial. People in their late 30s. Instagram accounts for your pets. Straight to jail.
What if you're making money off of it?
That's different. That's fine.
Okay. But you gotta start somewhere.
Anything that you're making money off of is okay.
Heard.
In this economy, that's fine. Instagram accounts for your pets. Just post pictures of your pet on your account.
Yeah.
I don't get the...
But if you're okay with people making money off of it, everyone's got to start somewhere.
Agreed. Okay, you're right.
I agree with it when people are bad at it.
Yeah, when people don't intend to make it into anything, they just post them every so often.
And it's like, look at Duke. Okay.
Or they type it from the perspective of the dog.
Oh yeah, my paw wins. Whittle are taking me to the park today.
And it's the most cringy millennial language ever.
I hate the vet.
Yeah.
I love my toys.
Got the zoomies. I'm gonna do a snuggle with dad.
Literally can't even.
This fluff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, those are jail. I'm bringing back jail time.
Okay,
that's
the thing you're
for more
bring
things.
back?
Yeah, that's my late arrest, and then I only have one resurrect. It's not necessarily jail time, but what's yours? What?
The thing that I think we need to bring back.
You just smiled at me like the fucking Cheshire cat. What do you have in store for me?
I'm going to start a giggle fit. Sorry. You need to take a deep breath because this is a serious matter.
Okay.
But the thing I think we need to resurrect are rainforest cafes. Hear me out. I was having this thought because how ironic in this world that a restaurant chain that was to bring attention to the rainforest, give a percentage of money and proceeds to charities to help rebuild and establish and protect rainforests, also can't stay in business, also defunct. Like, we are living in this dystopian world that there are rundown rainforest cafes while we burn down actual rainforests. And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about the one closest to us in Atlantic City. I remember asking, they told me they can't keep up with the aquarium anymore because it costs $500,000 to run an aquarium. It's like, put that money towards the rainforest.
Yeah.
First off, save the rainforest. The second, and we could start with the rainforest cafe. Because it's the only way to get American people to spend money on something that might accidentally be a good cause.
Yeah.
Is to overindulge with mediocre Applebee's-esque food.
Yeah.
I think that we need to resurrect rainforest cafes.
I'm actually on board with that because I do feel like every time I've gone to a restaurant recently, I was like, I wish it were more humid.
I wish it were so loud every 13 minutes and I got spritz with water like a little vegetable in the grocery store.
In the front row of the grocery store.
To have a seizure when my food comes to the table.
Yeah. And I want these little creatures that are hanging, and they're kind of animatronic, but you can't even prove it. You can never catch them moving. You always see it out of the corner of your eye.
The threat of epilepsy anytime I go out to eat. I want.
Hi.
Back.
Hi.
Hi, Chance.
Hi, Chance.
I want animals that look so fake near me while I'm eating animals. I just need it. The bar stools that are animal butts.
I want to straighten my hair before I go out just for everyone to find out what it actually looks like. I want it to be.
I want somewhere so dark.
Yeah.
That I don't know what I'm eating.
So loud that I can't hear anyone around me.
I want my server to have to bend all the way over to talk to me. But for real, I think there's something so crazy that we can't even keep rainforest cafes afloat. The thing that is supposed to draw attention to the damage we are doing. It feels like the Lorax.
Yeah, we can't even keep actual
the
rainforests.
Thing that we're mimicking to draw attention to saving the rainforest. We can't even do that.
We gave like a practice simulation for everyone. It's like, I know you all don't care about the rainforest in real life, right? I get that. You all care way more about other stuff. What if we had a fake rainforest at the Oxford Valley Mall?
Listening. First off, that was a Kahunaville. And I'm not talking about resurrecting Kahunaville. That seems bad.
Sorry, was there one at the Neshaminy Mall? Am I correct?
I wasn't allowed to go there.
Okay. Well, some of us were. Some of us were problem children.
Mm.
But it was like, they were like, look, I know you don't like the rainforest. What if we had one that was real accessible right off the turnpike?
Listening.
You don't even need a res usually. You can just walk right in.
Amazing.
It's going to be a social hotspot. You're going to run into people that you know left and right. Climate controlled a little.
Okay. When you say climate controlled, what climate would it be?
Exactly. I think they didn't mention that, and that was part of the allure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. When you come in, you'll get little spritzes the whole time. You're thirsty, just open your mouth.
Okay.
You get little spritzes. That's
of what?
Who's to say?
Air conditioner water.
Yeah, it's Freon. Music will play.
Okay.
Probably culturally insensitive.
Oh, okay.
A little. It probably is not exactly what. Yeah.
Perhaps maybe just ambient rainforest noise.
Yeah, and you'll get fried food.
Oh,
chicken fingers. We got them.
Will you just confirm that there's something called a Rasta pasta available at any time?
Let me look real quick. Yeah, the Rasta pasta. Yeah, there will be a Rasta pasta, and it will be $22.99. Is that cool?
So what you're saying is I could have everything I want in one place?
And all you have to do is just show up.
Would you be able to confirm or deny that any of the proceeds go to saving an actual rainforest?
0.001% of all non-alcoholic beverage purchases will go to our friend so that he can go visit the rainforest on a vacation.
Got it. I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in.
And what if I told you that the slogan's going to be "Welcome to the Jungle"? Does that do anything for you?
I would say that I need to be there this minute.
If you work for Rainforest Cafe Corporate and you will send us shirts, we will wear them every goddamn time we record.
Half the restaurant is merch. When you walk in, someone that went to the Atlantic City Rainforest Cafe for multiple birthdays in a row, because I love animals and hate talking to my family, half the restaurant is a store.
I have good news for you also.
Listening.
Let's say you're busy. You're a girl on the go, right?
I am.
You don't have time to you have shows, you have to release content, you got a lot going on, you have to record a pod.
True.
You don't have time to just actually go to the Rainforest Cafe.
Correct.
You just like that place for the food. You love their food.
Love it.
Well, I have some good news regarding its presence on Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates, and Uber Eats.
No.
But wait, there's more. Let's say you want to cater an event.
No.
Let's say you're friend.
Saying I can get a tray of Rasta pasta?
Let's say your friend tragically dies.
Okay.
She has some sort of illness that you can't pronounce.
Would she wear a corset? Her open casket funeral?
Her slutty little funeral needs catering.
Okay.
Who are you calling? You guessed it, the Rainforest Cafe in Edison, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Only 57 miles away.
Wow.
Yeah. Shrimp cocktail for $55. A steal.
I gotta get us out of this bit just to say that the website truly says, caution, flashing lights and thunder sounds inside restaurant may cause discomfort and or seizures for those with photosensitive epilepsy. But it's in fine print. I feel like that should be up at the top. If there's a risk of medical emergency at your restaurant, it gotta be up at the top. That's gonna be high up there. High up there. They do have a gluten-free menu.
Can I? They went woke. Oh my God. Rainforest Cafe went fucking woke. Can I ask you one more question?
Please.
This is just for you and I. So obviously, I know you love to travel. I also love to travel too when I have more money.
Mm.
If you and I go on any sort of like far vacation, like we get to really leave the country and go far.
Yes.
Like I know, for example, you're going to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to go to the Rainforest Cafe in Paris, France?
It's the only restaurant I would go to in Paris, France.
Okay.
That's where they filmed Ratatouille.
All right. Fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
The Rainforest Cafe in Abu Dhabi. The Rainforest Cafe in Tokyo.
Okay.
Or the Rainforest Cafe in Ontario Mills, California.
Okay. Killing the California one.
Okay. Not very patriotic of you, but okay.
Fucking Abu Dhabi, because I feel like that's like a fun one-time trip for me.
If I don't get proposed to at the Rainforest in Abu Dhabi, I'm not getting married.
And then I'll marry Tokyo. Right? You said it was in Tokyo? Because that seems like a trip I would do more often, and it's going to be the cleanest one.
I would go to Tokyo more if I had known prior that there was a Rainforest Cafe there.
Yeah.
Because I remember when you and I were talking, when we went to DC last year, and we were like, where else should we hit for comedy? And then you had said, what if we went to Tokyo? And I was like, I don't think they have any good restaurant scene that also has
Japan,
like
notorious for
concept.
horrible food.
Yeah. Like they don't have any places with like a concept.
No.
Which is what I look for. And they have a big neon sign.
I need to pause because I have to pee.
No, yeah, we need to stop this. And then I'm going to...
Yeah, are there 2 R's in forest? I'm still looking it up.
Oh,
Just kidding. All right, we're pausing.
All right.
Dude, what the fuck?
What?
So sorry. I checked something I shouldn't have, and they like didn't. Someone didn't do something they told me they were gonna do. Okay,
What?
so my resurrect.
No, hang on. What? What?
You can pull your mic a little farther away from you so it's not directly in your hand. Not okay. Yeah. Perfect. Sorry.
Like
Okay.
this.
We're starting. I didn't know Jamie is on camera. She's like,
This keeps getting caught in my sports bra.
we can pull it. We can pull it away from you. You don't need to eat it if you're.
What are you saying?
So much.
I'll swing my mic out to you, and you swing yours out to
Oh,
me.
sorry, we're not your guy friends who sit here and talk about their wieners.
Yeah, do you want us to talk about jerking off more? Would that be good to you? Would that be funny? Would you like that? He's so mad. Okay.
Who am I?
Spark Tabor.
Picture him spelling something wrong.
Oh, wait, do it again. Do it again. Who are you? Oh, wait, give me a hint.
Sorry, that was more Stephen Hawking.
Spell
than it
Zach.
was. Okay, we're back in business.
We're back.
Okay, babe.
Okay.
Tell me what you want to resurrect.
I noticed a pattern in my resurrects.
Yeah.
A lot of them are things that I guess were just from when we were kids. I said not jokes.
Mhm.
The gay ear
Mhm.
piercings, matching outfits with your best friend.
Perhaps things you missed out on.
Yeah, actually, a lot of it is just stuff I heard about, but I didn't see personally because I didn't go to school. One that I feel like when I look back on like a classroom roast, which was different, it was like just somebody like obliterating someone, not proper roast, but just like a one line that would just get everyone.
Mhm.
It's in the same vein as a not joke, but do you remember the fucking rush of if somebody complimented someone and then said, on opposite day.
Yeah. You want to bring them back?
Bring it back. If you could nail an on opposite day one, you were a fucking god. You ran
Because it's clunky.
that room.
It's clunky.
It's clunky. It's lazy.
Mhm.
But if you could nail it, I think the trick was getting the person to believe that you actually were saying what you were saying. Like, real, like, thank you, or really? And then you go on opposite day, and then everybody is fucking cheering.
Mm.
I mean, you're not paying for anything at lunch that day.
Mm. I think you watched a lot of TV.
A lot of TV.
And didn't get to interact with kids as much as you should have.
I saw a couple on opposite days happen in person.
Dang.
Yeah. But you're right. I did most of what I'm referring to is watching Saved by the
I
Bell.
love hearing you talk about childhood things because I think, and how I said that we wouldn't have been friends till we were adults anyway,
Mhm.
our perception of situations were parallel, like totally opposite planes. Like if I saw someone say on opposite, I'd be like, hack.
Well, agreed. I don't mean that I would have liked it as a kid, but I mean watching the room's reaction.
Yeah.
Like my opinion
you love
aside,
applause. You loved applause day one.
I envied that person so much.
Yeah.
And somehow when you were a kid,
I think
you hear that?
You envied fun attention because your attention you always got was
I was like,
oh, she's dying. She saw people die. She's dead, died, gone forever.
she's dead.
Ghost
Everyone around
girl.
her's dead.
Gone girl. Ghost girly.
Ghost girly. Is she dead currently? Or
Because I listen to your like things we should bring back. I'm like, are you good?
I just feel like it was
Get Neil with one right now.
okay.
Neil.
Wait, it has to happen organically.
Okay.
Okay. So, but Neil, if at any point I say a compliment, don't jump on the joke. Just be like, really? Or like, thank you. Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to think. I could never nail that because I stutter over the words.
Yeah, it's not my type of joke, but I love.
I think you could crush it though.
Should I try it with crowd work? Should I on opposite day an audience member?
I think because you're so much more gentle, people already think I'm being sarcastic. Like my voice sounds like on opposite day. Maybe
Okay.
that's why I don't get this one.
Yeah.
Because I already sound like if I was like, hey, I really like your outfit.
Yeah, you're right. I already know
People
that you
are
have
already
the
like,
intention.
oh, she fucking hates it.
She means on opposite day.
Yeah, right. It sounds like I'm
Yeah.
saying that because I don't. Hey, I really like your outfit.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it for a second. Look at the camera and say it with that smile. That fucking school yearbook smile that you just did.
Hey, I really like your outfit.
Like that hurt my feelings.
Hey, I really like your outfit.
Fuck you.
Hey, you look like shit today.
That to me, I would think thank you. Like
That sounded the most normal coming out of my voice.
the other ones sound like you're being held at gunpoint.
On opposite day.
But
I should just say it under my breath after every sentence.
yeah. My
Kira, it's so good to see you, Jay. On opposite day.
my one roast that I have for you that's not fully formed yet, but I guess I could just do it now.
I want to hear the thought. Yeah.
Was that it was about like I couldn't find a good word for it, but I guess compliments is what I'm thinking of.
Mm.
But I was trying to say that like going off of the idea of like how painful it seems for you to be kind to people. I guess compliments is what I would go with. So I would say like Jamie, every time Jamie gives a compliment, she acts like it's court ordered.
Mm. Yeah.
Like you have a fucking gun to your head and you have to be sincere to one person a year.
I know. I act like I was abused almost. I was never. Loving, supportive childhood. And if someone looks at me and is like, hey, you look good today, I'm like, oh, fuck you. Like immediately that's my immediate reaction.
Kind of mine too, I think.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think it just comes
from... If you're listening, I don't want to hear what it is.
We're not really asking. If you know anything about psychology, keep it to your fucking self.
No one asked. I'm not paying for it. I didn't. No.
But I do feel like you are at least very good at being kind to people on opposite day. Oh my God.
Shit.
Oh my God. Neil, clap. Neil. Oh my God.
Burned.
She fucking did it.
Moving schools. Gotta move.
I wish I had sunglasses on my head right now and then I would put them down.
You really got me going there. I was like,
Can we
yeah,
superimpose
I am kind.
sunglasses on my head?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
do it again. Do it again. Do it
Yeah,
again.
okay. Right. Jamie, I feel like you are really good at being sincere and kind to people. On opposite day.
Ray Charles. Wow.
Okay, your turn.
Do you see why I didn't understand why you wanted to resurrect that now? I get the not jokes. I get not. Not is the clean way of not on opposite day.
But of the Holy Trinity being not, psych, and on opposite day, which one do you think packs the hardest punch? And I'd like to hear people's opinions in the comments, actually.
I'm going to kill fuck Mary. I'm going to marry psych.
Sure. Oh, reliable. Always there for you.
Not is going to be a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then on opposite day, too clunky for me. Because we just discussed, mumbler, someone that doesn't finish their sentences.
Yeah, it's a full sentence you'd have to finish.
Yeah, for me to say, you look great today, on the opposite day. Like my tongue would just...
You'd go on up.
Yeah. OOD.
On opposite.
Wow. I think I give compliments when I mean them.
Yeah.
My mom always looks for, we have very different tastes in clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And when she buys something new and she's excited to show me, she's like, do you like these shoes? And every time I have to tell her, it's like, I don't know why you asked me.
Mm-hmm.
I like it if it makes you happy. My mom always looks great put together. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to lie, because like if you were like, do you like this? No, my answer is no. I don't personally like it. Doesn't mean I don't like it on you. Doesn't mean I like it for you.
Mm-hmm.
But why do you need my validation for something you already bought and are wearing?
I also feel like you are similar to me in the way that if I like something, I'll say it.
Right.
So if I haven't said anything, doesn't mean I dislike it, but
doesn't mean I didn't see it.
So that right. Hey, if I hadn't actually seen it yet, then great. If you walk out and the first thing you say is, do you like this? Then yeah, maybe I really do.
My worst crime is panicking when I see someone get a haircut and I say, haircut. If you ever hear me say that, it's not a good day for somebody. And I've done it so many times in my life. It's because I see it and it's this like tick, don't say it, don't say it, don't want to address it, don't want to address it, because I'm not good at lying. And if I have to give a compliment, and I've done it in so many settings, school, work, just seeing someone that I kind of see sometimes, and I just yell the word haircut.
With no adjective before it.
Haircut!
Haircut!
And they're like, oh yeah, I did get a haircut. And I say, knew it.
Shirt. It is a shirt.
Pants.
Yeah, pants.
Wearing them.
Pants in the house.
Haircut.
Somebody has pants on and it shows.
Haircut is a flaw of mine.
Haircut is such a funny backhanded thing to say to someone.
Haircut.
If I got a haircut and I ran into somebody who I hadn't seen yet, and the first thing they said to me was, and I was a little insecure about the haircut already, and the first thing they said was, haircut, I'd cry.
It's the worst thing I do because it's one of my least favorite things when someone says something to you that there's no proper response for. Because I say it almost with a question mark, so you have to fill in all blanks. So I go, haircut.
Yeah.
And you have to be like, yeah, I did get a haircut. And then we just
the like version of that I don't feel like this is specific to art school. I think it's just specific to like being around large groups of gay men all the time, which obviously I was, but was at least when I was in college, it was the like, okay, haircut, okay, shirt, but like with nothing more about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the backhanded. I actually found a screenshot on my laptop yesterday of somebody who I'm very good friends with now, Matt. And he and I went to college together. He's my producer on my sitcom. And it was a tweet I had, whatever. It was a quote of his that he said to me when we were freshmen, and we didn't really know each other that well. And I guess I saw him for the first time after the summer, like first day of school. And he said, the quote was like, there she is wearing maroon in any season she wants. And I was like, compliment? Insult? Who knows? But if anyone's going to nail it, it's going to be a gay musical theater major man is going to give you the most the craziest compliment you've
The most
ever heard.
lyrical insult or compliment.
Like,
One two punch.
Have you seen all the ones like on TikTok, like of them being like the way that gays now talk is Gen Z gays? It's just so unhinged where it's like gay speak has always been very like weird and poetic and very like what you hear on Drag Race. Like if they're gonna like insult you and say like they're gonna read you to filth, which gets turned into saying like the library's open, which means I'm about to read you, you know. But then it gets turned now into like serving cunt.
Right.
Is like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But it's like she's serving
mother.
She's serving cunt on the mother plane, and she upgraded to premium plus for 6 extra inches of cunt room or something like that.
And you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
You just sparked. I have an unformed roast for you as well.
Please, yeah.
I was thinking about this. I didn't write it. I told Neil I was going to take a little breather from roasting after I asked you if your family's ever thought about putting you down.
I thought about that this week. That was so funny. I forgot it because I've been so high for the last week.
Right.
Now that next week I'll come back fresh. But yeah.
I was like, I'll lay off. She got her port out. I don't need to stick anything back in her. I was thinking though of, a similar vein of you talking about being in large groups of gay men and just saying something like, Kirsten, did you know that being bisexual doesn't mean dating gay men? Like there was something I was trying to figure out about you not understanding the definition of bisexual is very funny to me because a lot of there's so much ambiguity around bisexuality and defining it and needing to claim it and all these things. But there's something so funny about almost every white woman I know that claims to be bisexual just dates gay men or more effeminate men. And I'm like, bisexual or what are we calling this? Soy boys.
Soy boys.
Wrap it around.
Now that is a callback.
That is, one would say, a 3-hour long callback.
Yeah.
But truly, I was thinking about it. Is that not because there's a TikTok trend now too, where it's like, I love those relationships where it's like a beautiful woman and her little gay boyfriend and his tote bags and little mustache and all the stupid tattoos that don't make any sense. And I have so many friends with their little gay boyfriends that claim bisexual. I was like, is it bisexual or just we're all just having a good time here?
Yeah, I guess it depends. Like
love is love.
Haircut. Gay boyfriend.
Gay boyfriend. Tote bag. Tote bag. Okay, tote bag.
Okay.
Okay, bisexual.
Yeah, I guess it's also like I've definitely I've dated plenty of guys who were not out of the closet when I dated them, but then and neither was I. And then we both dated and now we're adults and we're like, oh, we both were gay. And that's why I feel like, I think it goes both ways. I think it's also the little gay boyfriends.
Isn't that the whole thing?
Who
everybody goes both ways.
We all do. Yeah. It's the Kinsey scale, the scale of gayness.
Oh.
Is that it's a 0 to 6 scale, but no one's a 0 and no one's a 6.
Right.
I don't know why 0 to 6. It's so
0 to 6, 9.
It's so just to be different, just to be quirky. It's honestly, it's fucking gay.
So gay.
Yeah.
The roast is not. There's nothing grounded in it, but there's something.
No, you're exactly right.
So many women I know tell me every day that they're bisexual because they're never dating women.
Yeah.
But always tell me that they're bisexual, which has been a theme of some of my roasts for you.
Yeah.
But all their boyfriends are more feminine than I would say I am.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess that is also part of it. It's like
I feel like they feel the need to tell me that they're bisexual. And then I meet their boyfriends and I'm like, is he both the sexuality? Is he the bi here?
Yeah. I feel like, there's that joke people say online about how it's like I'm bisexual, which means I'm attracted to all women and 3 men. But the 3 men are all the same man. There's not it's not 3 different kinds of men.
No.
It's you're attracted to guys who are
what you associate with the feminine energy that
Right.
you like.
Right. Like not aggressively masculine, but also it depends. I feel like maybe I don't really fully know the difference between bisexual and pansexual. I just say bisexual because it sounds less pretentious, like that joke that Jules has.
Yeah,
But
he's where he says he still wants people to like him.
yeah.
I definitely come from a place where I'm privileged in that I've never felt like I needed to announce my sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think that's why I have a hard time wrapping my head around people that do.
Yeah.
Like, I've never met someone and thought, like, oh my God, who are they fucking? Who are they fucking?
Mhm.
Please tell me, what do you like? Penises or what?
Yeah.
Haircut? I've never.
I also don't think you have to. I mean, you know, that like when we posted that roast clip and you had the one about being bisexual, and then people my friend commented and was like, you don't have to tell us you're bisexual. Like, we know because of this, and this, whatever. Is like, yeah, it's almost pointless for me to be like, I'm bisexual. It's like, we know. No one thought that you don't sleep with women.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've only dated men romantically.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's it. I'm bisexual, not bi-romantic. Like some people get really specific in that.
Yeah, I think that's where I will always be. I don't want to say confused, maybe a little ignorant on the needing to classify.
Yeah, agreed.
So many categories.
There's a lot too. It's insanely overwhelming. Like on apps and stuff.
I know.
It's wild.
I went on Field for a little bit.
Yeah. It's like if you're hot, then I personally probably find you hot. It's cut and dry. It should just say little slut.
I think everyone needs to take a deep breath.
Little freak. Yeah.
And just like meet a person, talk to a human.
A real one.
If you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
If you don't, no one's making you hang out with them.
I think people who are married or in really long-term relationships who are queer but are, you know, in a straight relationship feel the need to justify it because because it's like if they are married or whatever, theoretically they'll be with this person forever. So everyone will always think of them as straight. So then they're the people who are like, by the way, just so that you know, so I can hang out in this cool people room.
One time I had a dream about a woman, but like I don't fully identify with that. Only on the third Thursday of every month, I will maybe think about pussy like that. But then sometimes I don't have sex with my husband for a year, so I call myself gay just so I can get more attention on TikTok, and then I call it bisexual. Haha. That's truly all I hear is when it's like so many words. I'm like, hey man, take a deep breath, have fun, fuck who you want to. I don't need to hear it. As long as you're in a safe space and we're in a society movement where you feel comfortable to do so, by all means. But like, if I'm not trying to fuck, I'm not worried about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's me. I understand we don't live in a world where people feel safe or comfortable to do that. But I don't know why we live in a world where people feel safe or comfortable to tell me about what they want to fuck upon first meeting. How about don't do that? How about there's no need. If I meet you, I want to know your name. I want to know your pronouns.
Mm-hmm. That's how what you're describing is exactly how I feel about if you tell me that you and your husband are trying. Just tell me you're fucking every day, raw dog, and he's coming inside of you. How are we allowed to say that in public settings?
Yeah.
Like,
I will say, I disagree. There's not good language to say that because a lot of people are struggling with having kids.
Sure. Okay.
So a lot of people are trying to break down the stigma of anyone can get pregnant.
Okay. Yeah.
So people are doing a lot of work towards that. But if you're not going to explain that part of it and just say we're trying.
Yeah.
Like you could say we're trying, but like I'm doing this, and this. Like if you just say I'm trying, everyone's like, okay.
We get it. You fuck.
Well, it's like one thing. It depends on the conversation too.
Yeah.
When, like if someone's like, oh yeah, we just got married and we're trying. I was like, okay. Because what do I say to that?
Right.
Haircut?
How is it? Yeah. Haircut.
Raw sex?
Especially when you tell it to like your family.
We're trying.
And you're like, we're trying.
Good
He's
luck.
coming inside of me every single day, sometimes twice a day.
Not really. They're
each load crazier
and then
than
I hear, oh, they're tracking our ovulation. He's probably drinking less, doing this, regulating temperatures, like all these things I'm thinking.
Maybe I'm just that I feel that way even when I see someone who's pregnant. I'm like, we get it, you fucked.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to have a hickey at a workplace, but you're allowed to be pregnant at a workplace.
We are thinking differently on this.
You're allowed to be
I hear you. The
pregnant.
phrase saying I'm trying is bizarre, but we don't talk about conception like at all.
No,
we don't talk about any of that ever.
All I'm saying is if someone's pregnant openly, it feels like a brag.
Sex obsessed as our country is, the process of getting pregnant and how difficult it is for a lot of people.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
No, you're right.
It's like the whole case of Victoria's Secret, like the obsession with breasts, but showing breastfeeding is where we draw the line.
Yeah.
Like everyone's obsessed with sex cells, boobs, boobs, but a boob for its intended purpose is foul, put her in jail, all things. And then everything, same thing, sex cells. But with sex, the actual fundamental purpose.
Yeah.
People are like, oh God, do not tell me you're trying to have a kid. Like, what? I'm like, all right. What did we?
That's how, I mean, not actually how I feel. I'm just doing a bit, but I do
know
feel.
I know you're not an idiot.
But I do kind of feel like it's the same mentality.
If we're not talking about it, I don't get bringing it up. Like if you're just like how are you doing? And you're like, me and my husband are trying.
Right.
Okay.
That feels like the same to me as someone coming up and being like, I'm pansexual, biromantic, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, you fuck, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You're trying. Your husband's coming inside you every day. Cool.
Oh, can you stop saying that?
No, I can't because that's all I think about. And when you are pregnant, that's all I think too.
I think you haven't been around kids or pregnant people a lot.
I've been around so many kids and pregnant people. I nannied for so long.
Then why do you still talk about it like that?
Dude, I don't know.
Clip this for her therapist. Add it to the list.
Yeah, can you just send it to her? It's Bridget.
I wonder
at Center
at 911
Families and Relations.
I'm so intrigued by that. I don't love talking about it when it's not like in a pure situation, like me not being married and someone's like, oh, we're
well, no, that's why I brought it up is because of you saying about like someone saying their sexuality to you, like their orientation unprompted feels the same as saying like,
right,
we're
totally the unprompted intimate conversation.
Oh my God. Okay.
What makes someone feel the need to say something so private or specific to them? And I get it for people that are explaining their sexuality, like maybe they're coming from a place where they didn't feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah. Usually it comes down to they are on other gays and want to feel like they're not the lame straight person in the room. They're like, I'm a girl who sometimes hooks up with other girls just for male attention, though. Nothing more.
Yeah, I'm always the lame straight person in the room, so I don't like when people talk it at me. I'm like, I got you. I'm the fall here.
But I think of it as like, I guess what I'm thinking when I'm talking about this is like not people our age, like current 21-year-olds, current 20-year-olds.
I've told you that thing. My little sister, every story she tells me is like 50 descriptor words before she gets to the person's name. And I'm like,
which is so funny because that's like the stereotype of like your old racist uncle. It's like if your uncle's telling you a story, I don't need to ever wonder if the person was black. He'll tell me.
Yeah.
Even if it's completely irrelevant.
I'll always say to both my stepdad who does that and my little sister, does it impact the story? Did I need to know they were Indian? Did I need to know that they're poly?
Yeah. It's funny because they're doing it for two such opposite reasons.
Right. And I'm stuck in the middle of hearing horrible stories.
Yeah. But both, I think, kind of come down to they want you to know they were talking to somebody.
Yeah. It's always context. They're both trying to give context. And I'm trying to say that doesn't impact the story. Cut the fat. Cut the fat.
Some people just have never written a tight five and it shows.
Oh my God.
Some of you have never been up there. Philly's funniest. If you go 1 second over, points deducted. Some of you have never sat through that talk with Brad or Mike.
Shut up.
If you see your light, get off stage.
That's funny you said that. My sister was at my show the other day and I said something about getting the light and she was like, what does that mean? I was like, oh, when you're like supposed to get off stage. And I was like, just forget simple things like that where they're seeing it as a full performance. They don't realize like I was asked, like you're being asked to get off stage. Like they're like, oh, this is fun. She's just telling a story and decided to get off stage.
Yeah, she just was ready to go.
Or just some guy in the back wants to murder me.
Yeah, just like waving over and over again.
Yeah. I'm like, are you taking pics of me?
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's
Wow.
our light, right? Wow. On the dot, 2:30.
Wow.
Wow.
Dang, do you really feel that when you see pregnant people?
I mean, no, I'm just kind of doing a bit, but I do.
I know what you mean.
In the heightened version of it, yes. But like I
know you mean.
think it a little bit.
I react that way. I have really bad knees.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see someone running, I always think, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Because I can't run because
Yeah.
I have
Mm-hmm.
medical issues.
Yeah. And maybe that's how I feel about people who are having sex or whatever, just because I'm a virgin and I'm like.
True. Well, I was thinking a little darker that maybe kids are not in your path.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
then that reaction can come from like maybe that option is not there. So when you see people raw dogging on purpose.
Oh, no, I'm going to have kids on purpose to make sure that whoever is the father is a single dad for the rest of his fucking life.
Hey, producer Neil Wood, subscribe now to the Dying Up Here podcast at Dying Up Here Pod on YouTube. And make sure to follow Kirsten and Jamie on all the stuff. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. Hey, how you doing? This is Neil Wood, one of the co-owners of Drop 10 Media Network and who helps run Biggest Little Comedy. You can check out all the other stuff we do at drop10.com. We've got podcasts, live comedy shows, and so much more. Go over there, support your favorite podcasts, follow them, subscribe. We appreciate it, and we're 100% DIY. Just a bunch of creatives trying to make it in this, and give us some feedback. We always enjoy a little feedback. Thanks.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.